Live. Start sharing the screen here. And always have this disclaimer for our videos. What we're trying to do here is learn statistical analysis and a lot of different things in website building and side hustles and how to create domains and different things. But we're not here for gambling or wagering. This is educational and entertainment purposes only. So all content is for learning and friendly competition use only. So with that being said, let's get right into our PAR roster that we're releasing. This is for the Tour Championship FedEx, limited number of players in this event. There are 31 listed on the roster of these that move on to the next round. But basically, this is freshly uploaded roster, and we're going to kind of take a look and see what we've done an overhaul of the ranking system and how we use our algorithms. And what we do is we take a snapshot of the player's statistical background, and in that statistical measurement we have approximately 30 different stats that we incorporate into the our analytical score. In addition to that, we have some online profile from the players' social media and different outlets, and basically it's kind of the buzz. We use robotic process automation to pull information in. We add that to the statistical narrative along with some weather and course information and things that are specific to the course and the player and how they fit. But basically, we put all this together and it comes up with a great score for these golfers. So taking a look at this roster here, let's get right into it. Basically, the salaries are pulled in from DraftKings as well as the roster. Each golfer averages a number of fantasy points each week, and it's a good way to kind of go through and pick out golfers. But what we do is we go a step further. We call this as our expected, and basically it's a measurement of the salary over the points, and it shows which golfers have produced a high amount of points for a low amount of salary. So we build that into our residual scores, and ultimately what comes out is our PAR score. The PAR score is our Pro Analytic Roster score. And if you go out to our website, you can kind of see where we're going with this. We've had really good success lately with pulling in different we're getting a lot of views and we're getting a lot of interest in the website. The BMW was the last roster that we produced. This one will go up shortly after this video. Of course, actually the FedEx was the last roster we pulled up. The St. Jude. No, that's correct. BMW was last. So what we do here is we provide this roster at our webpage on twager.com. And then we kind of do this analytical analysis of how well we do each week. We have what we call our ACE correlation engine, which is basically the accuracy correlation engine is designed to compare how well we did versus how well DraftKings ranked the salaries. We think there's a different ranking. We use statistical analysis and different things to figure that out. Basically, it's a game of who has the best ranking, and our ranking has become superior to the way that the salaries are laid out. So we found the discrepancies, and to point that out, let's get right into the roster here. You see our PAR ranking is pretty much on par until you get to Xander Schauffele, and we have him as a 6 in our ranking. And as it goes down through the list, you can kind of see, like Patrick Cantley is actually 14, but some of the best players, this number 3 ranking here for Wyndham Clark. With a side note, Wyndham Clark has now got a little bit of, apparently they're looking at his clubs that he was using and conformity, and they're basically creating a big buzz. So when we talk about our media, social media, and our analysis of players and how those type of things affect them, it is figured into the score. This news is recent, so we might rerun, and if we come up with a lot different ranking, we'll reproduce the PAR roster. But I think at this point, his number 3, DraftKings has him as number 6 player. So maybe they've already got that figured in and they know. So that would be a cautionary 3. It looks like some of the biggest discrepancies are Cam Young here. We have him as a 5. This number 8 here, Matt Fitzpatrick, we have as an 8, and he's 13 on the board, according to DraftKings. Let's see if there's any other outliers. Jacob Bridgman here is an outlier. And I don't think I really saw a whole lot more. We got a 24. We have him rated 21. So unless there's a big gap between, so what we're seeing in this particular event is, for the most part, our analytics put the DraftKings version very close. We are similar in our ratings. Sam Burns, for instance, we have 7 and they have him rated 7. So, but you can go down through there, and we're going to kind of, we usually put the most outstanding discrepancies or the best value in green, and then we'll go through and we'll mark in blue the ones that they're notable. So as you can see here, there's not a lot of discrepancy. We might not have too many blue marked players. Scotty 1, Rory 2, Oberg 5. I'm really not seeing anything that we can. Fleetwood 8, we have him 9. Of course, on the cautionary note, we have a few players that are, we could mark those in yellow this time, but we could change the players, like a 14th ranked player that they have him 9. Xander Schauffele would be another cautionary we could put, which we might do this week. We might put this roster as cautionary but it could confuse people. I'm not sure that's the best idea to do. We might just leave those. Anyway, this is going to be a short video. Just be aware, Wyndham Clark, and the statistical analysis of his performance is going to be somewhat different, because I think that a lot of times the social media pressure, especially with like Rory and some of the information that came out, kind of affects their game for a while. It kind of gets in their head. And I think Wyndham Clark has had a bunch of several instances of social media outlying that might actually skew the statistical analysis of him. But anyway, we're going to be producing a lot more videos, because we've totally restructured and redone our analytical formulas based on previous performance, and I think we've got it tightened in pretty tight. Um, we've been spending more time on that than we have the website production. So the twager.com website is it's doing well. You can go there and get this roster. You just click on the button. It's really easy. We make it easy. You go out to T-Wager, you click on the BMW, which will soon be replaced by the current Tour Championship. You basically just click the button. You get the download up on your screen. It comes in an XLS format so that you're able to change it or modify it or add categories. And of course, in Excel, you can do all kinds of math. So if you're kind of a geek on the end and you want to put in your own statistics and divide and multiply or use different algebraic functions if you want uh, to analyze this, you can. Um, our algorithm is extremely efficient, but it's the complicatedness comes before it went into the development, so that when we run it, it is pretty quick. Using some artificial intelligence, we can run our roster, and it's been tweaked over and over until we finally have figured out. We actually have a short field version of that now because of these discrepancies in these small tournaments, the small number of small rosters. So we've done the work for you. You just click on the roster. If you don't like what you're seeing in ours, you can put your own information, but it's handy to have. Like I said, to learn statistics and to pull in different information. It kind of it's kind of a good aid to learning. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this video off. It's kind of long, but we'll be back and we'll explain some more of what we've done with our technology and how we're better. We find the discrepancies. Just one more thing. I think the biggest outlier is Jacob Bridgman being ranked 21, and we've actually got him as 7, and uh, Fitzpatrick at an 8. Matt Fitzpatrick, I think, are the 2. So I think what we'll do here, just so this will look like the same roster, is we will change all the green. So Matt will leave green, Jacob will leave green. We'll change Cameron Young to a blue. And like I said, the blue indicates good value, but not great value. The green are this is the ones where we expect the greatest discrepancy of where DraftKings did a poor job of analyzing. So, with that being said, we're going to upload this roster, and thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. The channel is just now developing and growing. We're getting a lot of visitors and a lot of attention, and some of it bad, meaning that they actually went after our YouTube channel and tried to shut us down because we were providing, our information was so good. It was actually interfering with some of the processes that the wagering sites use. So they failed. We're still here, and we're gonna make sure that we stay here